I came to faith, found Jesus on the corner of a parking lot in Skid Row. One time I got invited out to a homeless ministry called Love LA. Eventually, about a year later, came through faith after one of the sermons, after one of the services. My faith journey has been very positive. From the get-go, I have been very blessed with the community that has been introduced to myself through Love LA, through NewStory. In NewStory, I've been part of multiple ministries. Right now, current changes in the past year. Number one, I was promoted to supervisor and transferred to the Valley. It was a very big transition for me. Any kind of blessing that I receive obviously comes from God. Regardless of how comfortable it makes me feel or not feel, taking the challenge of the new position, I took it as a learning lesson and, like I said, a blessing from God, and to not as a challenge per se, but as something to grow into. Yet, I still catch myself doing things from the old ways. Just, before I was a Christian, feel that there's certain things that we are not supposed to do or not think anymore that are okay, that the world thinks is okay. But then now, as Christians, we're supposed to think a different way. And that's where I struggle still. And that's where I am still trying to figure out how to become a mature and healthy Christian. This past year, I finally decided to say yes and step up and become one of the chefs. Cooking for me comes naturally. I grew up in a restaurant, and so I know what goes in and out of a kitchen. Cooking for quantity is much more difficult than just cooking for one or two people, because now you're trying to transfer a recipe that is for like a smaller dish and trying to expand it to 200 people. And you can't just multiply. The biggest fear obviously is making sure that the food comes out good and delicious and on time, and that we have enough. So the reason I said yes this year to finally stepping up to chef is, one of my favorite things I see at church, after especially second service obviously, is to see the congregation fellowshipping over food and just, having a good time, laughing, sharing stories, catching up with each other. For me, the fellowship at church is why we come. It's what we do. We can watch online sermons, we can read the Bible at home, but what you get at church is you get community. And to have that community enjoy food and just have fellowship over that food, it's a beautiful thing. Just seeing that the food that we produced is facilitating community and fellowship in my home church. I can't tell you enough, week after week, it never gets old. The lesson that I learned this year from serving, especially as a chef, is just to have faith and trust in God. With all the worries that I have, especially when it's my week, is the food going to turn out well? Did I buy enough? My life verse is, Proverbs 3:5, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not upon your own understanding. So I guess I just take that into my cooking too. This year, stepping up to be a chef, it's helped my faith grow in the aspect that taking more responsibility of my faith, stepping up to take more responsibility in the church, trusting in God that the plan that I have for that week is going to play out and work well, and that the food is going to be yummy and that people are going to enjoy it. Also, being part of a ministry where we do feed our people, just as our pastors, feed the mind, we feed the bellies. That's my community. That's a beautiful thing. It's helped deepen my faith because it's, once again, giving me a sense of responsibility that I should take now and not just keep on taking from the church, but also to give back. I'm just glad he found me. To be able to serve, to find faith, find community. It's a beautiful thing, right? Grateful that my journey has been the way it is. He's brought the people that he's brought into my life. Like I said, the community and the church that I found, just super grateful. So that's the bread right there. Just thank you.